took it and threw it onto the ground.
I took it and threw it onto the ground.
I'm on a boat, am I?
Come
on, you love the Lonelies.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the one with Alec Baldwin or whatever, where they
Baldwin?
yeah. It's not actually. It's some.
I creamed in my pants.
No,
that's one for you.
The Jack Sparrow one. I'm a pirate or something.
I'm on a boat.
No, the Jack Sparrow one with Michael Bolton.
Oh, I remember now. Yeah. You're correct.
Really funny stuff. Nice one, Samberg. When are you going to reply to the emails, Samberg?
Blech.
When are you going to join us here, Samberg, like you promised, Samberg?
Seat number 3 is waiting for you, Andy.
Where are you, Andy?
Born for you, Andy.
We're listening, Andy.
We're
waiting. Lying in wait, Andy.
And the other islanders are welcome. We are triple over here.
Yeah, the other ones.
The other guys.
That people are knowing.
The other Smackdowners.
Do you think Andy Samberg effed over the other guys?
No. I think he's a good guy.
Really?
Well, you think he's a monster guy? A monster man?
He's a cop.
Ooh. Brooklyn 99, you've just reminded me. Haven't...
Yep.
Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
No one has.
I forgot about that. I guess 2020 kind of stopped that, huh?
Yeah. Welcome to Jar Media, the Brocast, episode 344,000 million.
You got one of the numbers right.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a lot of numbers in 344,000 million.
It's actually... yeah, because Randy was on evil number 13, so this is 14.
There you go. It was in my noggin somewhere.
Or should I say 14, with my new way of speaking.
With our more English way. Now that we're sort of returning to our roots of English nature.
And I guess everyone knows how important to the UK today is, being July 4th.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
A huge deal.
Yeah.
Americans, don't get too excited. Because it's not your July 4th.
Yeah, I don't think Americans are aware of the...
Of course they're not.
Of July 4th being the national British holiday of Ownership Day. Where we celebrate all the nations that we stole. And
oh, yes. Every day is Ownership Day when you live in the UK.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you might even be the one being owned.
Yeah. By...
That's just the risk.
Well...
Of being post-Empire.
Post-Empire.
In the rubble of the Empire. Maybe not the rubble. What's the bit just before the rubble?
Crumbling.
The crumbling Empire. There we go.
Yeah.
That's a better way of putting it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, we're kind of living like a post... I don't really want to use the word that means good.
Empire?
Empire.
That's us. Wait.
No, I'm actually blanking on the word. Post... Not post-apocalypse.
Post-colonial?
Post... Like a utopia, I guess. Dystopia, they say.
The beginning of a dystopia.
Yeah, but like it implies that the British Empire was a utopia before. Which it wasn't.
But you're trying to look for the word post-utopia.
Yeah. Because we're a crumbling empire. Like we're like we're heading into Dark Souls. You know, we're heading into Lordran. We're not at the point where we're in the lore, you know? People are going to be studying. If the world is a simulation, if the universe is a simulation, and like we're in the backstory, you know?
We're in the lore tab that most people miss and don't read.
Well, if it's a FromSoft game, we're like the lore tab on the loincloth. That's what...
We're an item that you have to find in a really like obtuse place that happens to put a debuff on a boss for a little minute.
No, I don't think it would be that valuable.
Maybe one of those like clay pots that like
Yeah.
something like that, you know? Or
Yeah.
just goes Yeah.
Speaking of, I imagine we're going to move into housekeeping.
Yeah, I should, because there's a big one. There's so much.
There's one that I need to address because
Okay.
I can't believe we missed it. We didn't catch it.
But before housekeeping, though, before we get too deep into the show, we got to shout out the Jar Media patrons over at the Patreon. Get their patron names in the first or second week of each month, just like this very episode right here. Before we delve into housekeeping, I got to say the Red Dead video is out for patrons. I'm happy with it. It's 2.5 hours long. Took ages to put together. I'm happy with the conversation. Check that out on the Patreon. That'll be public in a couple weeks or something. What else? Yeah, thanks for the patrons to make the audio version possible. I guess I already said that.
And the whole show in general.
Just the whole show, all of this. Let's shift into housekeeping then, where you can continue from where you were.
Yeah, sorry for trying to rush things along, but I know this is going to be something that will slip my mind once over. Someone sent in a question. Yes, last episode.
Last up.
About the Godzilla something or other.
We've got the silent scream.
Yeah, and we were like, what is that Godzilla silent scream? What the hell is he on about? He meant run.
Yeah. So I did know that, but I obviously wasn't there.
You knew that?
Yeah. I thought it'd be funnier to do that.
Because I genuinely had no idea what they were talking about.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that makes it much funnier.
Wow. Like, if they'd have said Jurassic Park, then maybe. Or the word run. That would have been like, oh yeah, the run.
I prefer the silent scream.
Yeah, like, why would you...
It makes it sound like a faction in like a video game. It's the silent scream.
Yeah. Or like someone trying to describe a really famous painting.
Yeah. A lot of people are attached to the silent scream because it's one of the ultimate stims. That's what they were saying. They can't stop doing it like this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it makes so much sense now.
The way it turns into, like, you have to interrupt it. That's the current form of it. Like, you don't even get that, like, just imagine that it's just cutting to something completely different, you know? It's just a different scene entirely.
Or it's in, like, a trailer.
Yeah, yeah.
Shit, like...
It just cuts to, like, the title, you know, in silence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just can't believe that passed me by.
Well, I'm glad it did.
I'm upset that it did. Because it's one of your stims that I've enjoyed.
Oh, you like that one?
Yeah, that one rocked. Because once you notice it as well, it's like a trope.
Yeah, it's in so much stuff. Yeah,
So much
I even noticed it when in the video I made where it had like Venom 2 in it. There's like a scene where Venom goes, and it's like, oh my god, I do that.
It's got the run DNA.
Yeah,
The silent scream. Dude, is that scene of the horse real from Venom 3?
yeah, it's in the trailer. Yeah, a Venom horse. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna make $1 billion.
Is Andy Serkis doing this one?
No, he's not directing this one.
Really?
Yeah. So this episode is sponsored by the Geek Cave. I don't have a clip to play for you, but I just thought I should shout them out. Let's go through some of these now because there are so many. And the day is only so long. Heist147 says, I love how Randy always changes his look from Gooner to Juggalo to Grandma. And Basman5591 says, Randy looks like he'd step out of his bedroom at 3 a.m. holding a candle and coyly yelling, "Is somebody there?" before getting attacked by ghosts. So yeah, I felt that the number 13 was just bad news, so I didn't want to do it. So I got my twin brother.
You're notoriously superstitious.
Mm-hmm. Who, Guna to Juggalo to Grandma. In the shower cap, yes. Well, that's the last time you'll be seeing him.
Ever?
Well,
Pinky?
I suppose they don't know about what he's been up to.
Can you edit in like little lightning bolts, like sparking between our fingers?
last time you did it, you were like, edit in lightning. Did you see what I actually did?
No, I didn't.
I got like the lamest like PNG of some just corny thing and just put it there, like, and moved it around a little second. Aurora says, love the concept of someone watching this as their first episode would make perfect sense. Yeah.
We took some tips from Bungie for like
and
onboarding.
From Souls.
And Souls.
Sorry, from
Soft.
Soft, not From Souls.
No, I'll forgive that treachery. Yeah, we want there to be a barrier. We
hate onboarding. We hate people enjoying things easily.
Yeah. We're a thinking man's
yeah. We should genuinely like you know how they always have like, oh, for this to make sense you need to read the comic book. We need like a comic book. We can be like,
we need our own Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Jar Plus.
Yeah, where it's just like clips of the cast with like a narrator, like an AI, Alec Baldwin or whatever.
Yeah, we should get our own like Vati as well. To make, like law videos.
Yeah, I get down with that.
Yeah. This was the age of crackhead Alex.
He does have a calming cadence.
I love Vati. You know what? I'm gonna say it.
Say it.
He's my hero. I think he does the... He's got the one position on YouTube that is like zero drama. As far as I'm aware. I'm not going to read the comments or edit that out, so like someone will be like, actually, someone he worked with sued him.
Yeah. I'm trying to think out of like all the law channels I can think of. Halo follower's got a bit of drama. He's gone anti-woke.
The Halo follower is anti-woke?
I'm joking. I don't know for sure, but I at least saw there's one recent video he uploaded that had the thumbnail that was like, Halo's gone woke? Or something like this. So I don't care. There were a few comments about the Godzilla screaming run thing.
Yeah, well that's how I figured it out.
Yeah, you already kind of covered that. Issues with aggression says, I think we might just be okay.
In this economy?
In this world?
I'm gonna say it now so we can use it as the title. The UK is doomed.
The UK gone? And then like, it's like a view of the UK from space and it's like freshly been zapped.
No, or it's just ocean.
It's just gone.
And Farage is in a spacecraft going...
He's soy facing it.
Yeah.
Because he teamed up with like Lex Luthor and Oops.
Yeah.
The UK is underwater now.
He teamed up with the wrong guys. Lex Luthor and Gorilla Grodd.
And Nigel Farage.
Yeah. Nigel Farage is like the most evil one of the three.
I guess, yeah, the day we're recording this is a random Thursday, which happens to be the day of the UK election. So the day this goes up, we will actually know who is our new leader.
Yeah. Our new commanding.
But right now we're
Lord.
still waiting. And speaking of waiting, Bratmaster69 says, what is that brown poo-like stain on the carpet?
Huh? Where?
I don't know. There's only like this big. Is there poo there?
No. Do
No
they
poo?
mean the barrel? No.
Might be some poo. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah.
Might be a smear here or there.
What's that poo-looking poo on the floor? Well, it's probably poo, you idiot.
Exactly. Dumb. There's this guy who's been like, he's starting to become a problem, to be honest. So I'm not going to read his name. I wish I could retract that effing, because that was a bit too aggressive for what I was intending. I always forget that's an option.
Yeah, we can say whatever we want.
But just to make up for it, though, I want to say it, the F word, but in a way that's not, just to prove. But they said, watch the Chris Chan doc, in full caps.
Uh-huh.
I've said before, I tried.
Yeah.
It's too much for me. Because at a certain point, it's just like...
Horrible.
Does lolcow just mean, like, quite mentally ill? Is that sort of what it boils down to?
Right? It has to.
So then,
surely.
like, I don't know how I feel about these 400 episode long...
I remember this comment, and there was one reply. That
What did it say?
it just said, it's 2024. I found that kind of funny. Yeah, move on. I don't like. I only like negativity when it's me being negative about things.
Yeah, I've always felt that way.
Yeah.
Much more satisfying.
Yeah. I don't want to hear negativity.
Unless you're mad.
Yeah, unless I'm mad. And
Yeah.
you're allowed to be negative about the things that I'm negative about. But like...
Just don't go outside of that bubble of things that I'm mad about.
that directly link to me. If it doesn't link to me, then...
Yeah. So stay in my bubble.
Yeah.
Come on. Join me in my bubble.
Yeah. Enter the bubble. Or if you're not going to enter the bubble, you're not in the bubble, so I don't even care.
Bubble boy or bubble soy?
Seinfeld Bubble Boy?
I rewatched that episode semi-recently and had a little giggle.
That's pretty good.
Yep. Had a little giggle all the way home.
Yeah. It's good up.
Well, before we go to mid-break, there was one thing I wanted to discuss with you.
Why?
Fine, I won't. I've got a trap burp. There we go.
Nice.
Got it out, which was very unlike the event which I want to talk to you about, which is we went to see some live music last weekend, which I wanted to mention because it was notable for me anyway.
It certainly was.
I haven't really spoken to you much about it since. But we travelled to Wasing Estate, somewhere I'd never been before, somewhere I'd
stunning place.
never really heard of it.
Everyone I've talked to about this event has been like, huh? Where?
Where's
What?
this? Yeah, it's like just over an hour's drive from where we are to just the middle of like nowhere, really. Like phone reception goes down. There's none of us.
Yeah, we had I said it in the car.
Yeah.
Drive down. There was like that exposition moment at the start of a horror story. Alex was like, huh, there's no phone signal.
I said it out loud.
Yeah, you said it just like that. As well.
I literally, I was like, oh, that's weird. There's no phone reception here.
Yeah.
And then you have that moment like, oh, maybe that isn't that. Like, as unrealistic.
You said that as well. You were like, oh, because when it happens in a horror movie, it's like,
oh, they just had to.
Come on.
Yeah.
But it actually is something.
So, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but the band Underworld, who most people probably know as the band who did the song from Trainspotting.
Born Slippy,
but they obviously have a much bigger catalogue than just that. I'm a big fan of their music. Been wanting to see them for a while. But yeah, they put on this outdoor show. It's attached to some sort of festival. I don't know the name or whatever.
Yeah,
there was a Jarling there.
that was.
Introduced himself as Sam. So shout out to Sam, Underworld fan out there. Got to stick together, those Underworld fans. Which I have to say, what a chill group of people.
Yeah.
Like, what a nice vibe. It's like the perfect scale for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like just the right level of intimate. You can see the stage well. Sound clarity and quality I thought was really good.
Yeah. I don't know if, because it wasn't in a field, it was in a forest. So I don't know if
it was kind of surrounded by forest, but it was also on a hill. So I don't know if it was all like placed there tactically to maximize
the trees
it.
in the hill like bounce.
It was almost like a natural amphitheater thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was extremely cool. And like to get there, you got to walk through the woods for like 15 minutes following like fairy lights. It's all like very, especially on the walk back. So this is crazy.
Yeah, when you're shoulder to shoulder with like all these people leaving at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Everyone like jazzed off it. Thought it was a really good show, like a perfect set of like stuff you definitely want to hear from them, with a couple of like unrecognizable beats. You're not like as much into Underworld as I.
No.
So what was your takeaway from it?
It rocked. It was really like enjoyable from start to finish.
Like a 90-minute set. It was good length. We had the weather.
Underworld often make quite long songs.
Mm-hmm.
And when listening on Spotify, it doesn't really grip me in the same way, whereas in person it feels more organic. Like you can see the dude on the decks and stuff just going crazy. He's like plugging stuff in, like writing emails and stuff, and that more organic nature where like he's changing stuff that he thinks will fit that moment.
Yeah. He was like
it gives it this
being
flow.
producer man.
Yeah,
because I wasn't sure like when they're on stage what that looked like, even because they're an electronic band. They're using a lot of like loops and samples, and he uses vocals here and there, but most of it is like electronic loops. So to see on stage, it's the lead fella and I don't know their names. So you got the guy on the decks like doing all the technical stuff.
The lead singer gentleman had such ridiculous energy. Like even if you didn't like the music, you would get into it.
And his voice sounded really good. It sounded just like it does in the songs, which is because sometimes you see a band and it's like, oh, you sound so different. So that was cool. And he was doing all this cool stuff, like they were playing with the visuals a lot, like the production of it, like the way they were using lights and smoke, and he had like a little camera that he'd bring out now and again and like move it and like time stuff with a projection in the back, and it was all like a cool, thoughtful experience. So they clearly put a lot of like, you could just tell like, oh, you've been doing this a long time. Yeah, like you are pros at this.
For sure.
Yeah, and
I loved all the music. I just always find after going to a live show, I really want to listen to their music.
Yeah, because it kind of recontextualizes it a little bit.
Yeah, and if you've never been to live music much,
we are very spoiled, I think, in the UK with like just access.
Yeah,
because there are a lot of places where like you don't get like the level of
with like, for example, America, with it being such a big place, I imagine you'd get more centered.
If you're like in New York or LA or whatever, you're gonna be fine. But
if you're just somewhere, it's more about like the local music scene. But hearing music live, like you said, it gives it that context. And some artists, it's how it's meant to be heard.
Yeah, Future Islands is one of those.
Yeah, for sure.
They're literally like 100 times better to see live.
Yeah. It almost makes their music pointless to listen to.
Yeah, I find it actually difficult to listen to them now.
Yeah, like, on Spotify. Because it's like, I know what this is meant to be. It's meant to be so much more than what I'm getting from this. And I think Underworld kind of fits into that, apart from like the most certified hood classic of their discography. Yeah,
so shout out to Underworld.
Yeah, check
Always
them out.
I'll definitely go back to Wazing.
If you're into techno
Because I do like doing that whenever I go to see live music, is like profiling the crowd. Like,
Yeah.
the funniest was Mac DeMarco. That was the most hilarious I've seen. Where this was like Underworld was a complete mix of like age ranges and different types of people.
Yeah. I think I saw every build.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. It's a really varied crowd, which is like a good sign.
I use build in the gamer term. Not like...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
yes, he had a heavy sword and
yeah.
he was nimble with a dagger. There was actually one other thing I wanted to bring up to you. The other day, it was like 10 o'clock at night and I was like, fuck it, I'm playing Red Dead 1. So I went on my Xbox, because you can't play it on PC, obviously. I was like, after editing that video and it being on my mind, I was like, I just need to see. So I've played it for like an hour or two. So much has changed. Holy shit. The progress from that game to Red Dead 2 is wild. Holy shit. It's so arcadey compared to how I remember it.
Yeah,
like the way it sits in my mind, it's like crazy how like simple it seems compared to Red Dead. Mostly as far as like visual fidelity is concerned. All the mocap stuff is there, but like obviously the textures and sound audio quality and stuff like that's all so much lower.
There's a key thing that Red Dead 2 has done that I think very few games do. And it's like this... Death Stranding is another one of the few games. But even then, I don't think it does it quite as well. And that's like a grounding of the player character in the world.
Yeah, I saw I didn't mention one of the Patron perks is a Jar Media group chat. They were talking about the video he did. And someone referred to the way you control Arthur as learning to drive Arthur.
Yeah.
That's a really good way of putting it.
And for sure. And then, like, when you're learning to use the horse in Red Dead 2, you're learning to drive Arthur driving a horse.
Yeah. So no wonder if it feels so complicated to get used to.
Yeah, but there is a way to get used. I think that's something that Red Dead 2... I mean, we talked about potentially even doing, like, just focusing on...
Yeah, I do want to do that. I still got those notes and things.
So I won't say too much there. But, like, the difference between... I remember thinking, like, look at the fucking muscles on the back of the horse's leg in Red Dead 1. Yeah. I remember thinking that. And it is impressive, especially for the time.
That's the thing. For 2010, right?
Same year as...
Was it 2010?
It was 2010 or 11.
I'll double check. I have this...
I want to say...
database right in front of me.
Shit. No, it must be 2011. Because I remember being really annoyed that everyone was giving credit to Skyrim for being this, like...
18th of May 2010.
2010, so it came out a year before Skyrim. And everyone was giving Skyrim all this credit. Credit that was, like, semi-due for the time, but...
Much bigger, I suppose. That map is enormous.
Bigger, yeah. And probably graphically on par, but...
Well, like Red Dead 1, like everything kind of intention is really like ugly and gritty and grimy, and everyone looks like gross and
yeah.
But yeah, it's really annoying about the frame rate. It does make it tough. Just wish I could play it on Steam at 60. Then I think I could just get used to it with ease. But like controlling the horse and stuff is just like, oh my god, what the fuck am I doing wrong? I'm like falling off it every 5 seconds and it's getting pissed at me and like I'm just failing missions and I'm like, oh my god. Yeah.
Really?
I don't know, like if there's something wrong with my controller, if I'm doing something wrong.
I just remember it being so rigid.
Yeah.
That you couldn't.
No, that's why I was so confused. It's like there's a really early mission where it's like race Bonnie on the ranch. And like within like the first 5 seconds I'm like kicked off my horse and then like it won't come back to me.
Yeah, you've got to watch the tiny stamina bar in the bomb.
Yeah, I did notice that even. But I don't know.
Yeah,
There's a lot of unprogramming going on.
Yeah, I was definitely more of a fan of Red Dead 1 than you.
Yeah, because I wanted to... The reason I kind of wanted to play it in that moment was like... I kind of fast-tracked the main stuff when I first played Red Dead 1, so like, I didn't really do any of the side stuff.
There's some awesome side...
which I know there is, but now I'm torn on like... I just know what's going to happen is I'm going to like... figure out how to play this, get used to it, and then like a year later, they're going to release it on Steam or something.
Yeah.
And it's like... I could just hold off. Because I was getting... In the jank, I got really annoyed, and while I was on this nostalgia kick, I downloaded Gears of War 3 and played that for a little bit too. And that was like the inverse experience where it was like, oh, this feels exactly as I remember it. Genuinely really good.
Yeah. I've never finished Gears 3.
Are you joking? It's like the best one.
I've never finished it. But it's not on PC, I don't think.
No, it's not. They just stopped doing that for some reason.
Yeah, really annoying. Gears 2 isn't on PC?
No, maybe it is. I think it might be.
I'd love to play
like
Gears
a weird
2.
version of it. Because I guess Gears has been on my mind because of that really long video. I keep forgetting his name. It's just like his name is his channel.
Noah Coldwind Gervais.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did like
I've
a
gone through,
Gears...
like all of his videos.
A Gears retrospective thing.
Yeah, awesome channel.
Yeah, and some of his observations, like, because I haven't played them in a long time since I was, I guess, a teenager, or I wouldn't have been for 5, obviously, but
yeah,
those older ones, and some of the... I like the way he phrased it, the way he wrote that video, the way he was, like, adding, especially an American perspective, it was interesting, too, with, like, all the, like, war commentary and whatnot, and he talks about, like, he's friends with veterans and whatnot, and he gets really into it in the Gears 5 segment, which I thought was cool and interesting and thought-provoking.
Yeah, like, he's the only person talking about Gears that I've heard give it the credit it's due.
He finds a way to verbalize it, not simplify it, like overly simplify it. His ultimate point being like, it's actually part of the reason why it's so difficult to verbalize what is so good about this is that it's designed to play, and it's about playing it, and like that is what speaks for it, is playing it.
Yeah,
because how do you communicate that without playing it?
Yeah, he quotes Cliff, right? Cliff Blaz, Cliffy B. And like the quote that he says is really cool. Like, you'll have to watch the video. I can't remember it offhand.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But like, it's about his way of communicating to the dev team what would make it a better game, like based off of feedback.
Yeah,
like, yeah, I just think that's awesome. Fortnite.
True.
Yeah, I fully intend to play Red Dead 1 again.
Yeah, it's just like when and how.
Yeah,
because I thought it had... I was all hyped thinking it had the like frame boost thing that some Xbox games do, which I thought I did. Which I thought I'd read somewhere, but I guess I was mistaken. I don't know if the PS5... It was put on... It was put on other platforms.
Have you checked like the options?
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong or whatever, and
they
just
haven't have an update.
I would, because on the... I swore they like released it on PS4 and Switch, didn't they? And that was 60.
It's on Switch, yeah. I definitely saw somewhere that it...
So does that mean the Xbox One's just worse? But anyway.
I don't know.
We'll see after these goddamn messages for some questions.
Yeah. Jar Media shirts, now, or I'm gonna hurt you. Description below.
Yeah. Do you remember that song by The Police? I'll Be Watching You. I'll be watching you.
Oh, maybe. That's The Police?
Yeah. Have you ever taken a second to think about what he's saying? It sounds very much like a stalker.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird music from that like era.
But like, was it intentional? Like, did he write it sarcastically and then people just heard it as a love song? My cruel heart aches with every step you take. I'll be watching.
Why can't you see you belong to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite like possessive sounding, isn't it?
Yeah. But like you say, it could be intentional.
You never know nowadays. You never know.
I hate that. I hate the term nowadays. I hate the implication that things change.
But you can't fight gravity. What? Excuse me.
Can't fight nature.
Can't fight Chipotle.
Can't fight Taco Bell.
Jesus Christ. Well, I guess welcome to the second half of the show where we answer questions from the community over on the subreddits, don't we, or something.
Or something. I fucking hate that.
Well, clearly you don't. What do you mean?
Or something.
Or something? Or little something?
I will flip to the last page of this and ruin everything.
For yourself?
Yeah.
Well, I've already read it, so go ahead. This being the third volume of Invincible, that just off camera, that I've got a whole pile, the compendium, of Invincibles. Go on, spoil it for yourself.
No!
Fine. Well, let's do some questions then. Have you seen any of The Boys? I ask you because...
Nope.
Okay, if you haven't, I won't ask this question then. Let's start then from this one from Big Boreb. This is actually from the Patron chat. Would be interested to hear if you boys have any thoughts around how to get yourself to actually play games / watch films. I find myself just opening my Steam library for hours and just scrolling, looking for something to play and never actually booting anything up.
That's the realest fucking question we've ever had.
Do you struggle with this?
Yeah, I'm wondering if I wrote this question and forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I think it's part of what you're paying for with stuff like Amazon Prime and Netflix and Disney Plus. It's like just
you're paying for the choice paralysis.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that I have this available, but whatever. Actually choosing it, forget about it. I'll go do something else.
And I've got this backlog, and I'll like scroll through the backlog, and I'll be like, I'm not really feeling that. No, like, why is it in the backlog? I don't even want to watch it. It's a tricky one.
It might be a sign that like you don't actually want to.
Yeah. I think pay attention to that shit. Like, find something else.
Yeah. There have been periods where like I genuinely have not wanted to play anything.
Yeah. And even like for me right now, Shadow of the Erdtree has come out. Elden Ring DLC. I fucking love Elden Ring more than life itself.
I hear you.
It's more important. And I find myself thinking about it a lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a hard game. It requires brain power. And I think, like, I'm thinking during the day, like at work and stuff, and I'm like, I'm going to put an hour or two in when I get home tonight. And then I get home and I eat. I'm feeling kind of sleepy. And I just don't feel like it.
Yeah.
And I won't even turn my PC on.
I've had that before with like even Layers Deep, where I'll go on Destiny 2, and because there's like choice paralysis within the game of like activities and like quests and all this kind of nonsense. There have been times where I've like literally just been like, well, that's half an hour ago and I don't even know like what I'm doing. Like I'm just forget about it. Like
yeah.
And that's, I don't know. It helps when, like, for me, I can selfishly, like, force myself to watch films. Like, if there's something that's been on my backlog that I'm really interested in, but I won't make the time, I can force myself with, like, Sardonicast or whatever, be like... There are definitely films that, like the 5-hour, like, Satan Tango or whatever. There's no way I would have sat down and watched that if not for this, like, other reason of, like, a discussion for a podcast. Yeah. But then, like, I find I did have, like, a value experience with this, like, 5-hour movie that I wouldn't have had otherwise, but...
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's definitely where our positions differ, because like for me, specifically when going to like the cinema as well, it'll be like I want to go and see like Dune 2. So like I'd love to experience that, but I don't want to. That's at least carving out like 5 hours of a day.
Right, I see what you mean. Yeah.
If you're going to the cinema to see it, it's like the travel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like 5 hours. I'm gonna be hungry before or after. You know, I'm gonna be out for 5 hours. And to do that just for the sake of a movie.
That's why you're not alone. Like, no one is going really. Doom is an exception, but for the most part, people are going out less to the cinema because they just wait for it to release at home.
Yeah. And it ties into everything. Like I can't remember if we talked about this on the cast or if we were just talking about this, but I think we talked about it off the cast, but I remember a phase in my life where like I was big into film discussion. YouTube. Yeah. Circle. For me, there was a period before like the Screen Junkies drama and stuff, where like that was kind of my main thing.
Movie fights and
yeah, I love
Screen Junkies.
So I felt
trailers.
I had to be up to date on like all the relevant films. So then I was watching movies, and then I was watching movies to watch the movies, and I'm not getting enjoyment from it, but I'm getting enjoyment from the thing like after it, and then I'm turning it all into this chore. And
like a process.
Yeah, and I fell off at some point, and the second it's in like the backlog, it's like you're never catching up. There's not enough time in your life to
you'll never be able to catch up either. Yeah, that's like part of the curse.
So I think part of like finishing games and stuff, like play what you want to play. Don't feel obligations. Like I've got a list of games in my Steam library called backlog, and I have priority ones and non-priority ones. But I don't feel an urgency to play them. I just know that at some point I wanted to, and maybe I'll give them a go again at some point, and it will grab me. But if not, then
even then, like you got to think about it in terms of like, hey, even if I bought like Death Stranding for 15 quid and never play it, right? You can think of it as like a tip jar for I want more games like Death Stranding. Even if I didn't play it or get around to it, I want to encourage that. So even if I'm dropping 5 quid for something that I never play, at least I gave it.
I've never bought a single shark card in GTA Online.
Yeah,
but I've paid for the best edition of Red Dead 2 twice. Because that's what I value, so that's what I'm going to give them money for. You know, I've never bought gold in Red Dead Online, but I put a lot of time in Red Dead Online.
Yeah.
I'm putting my money where like I want more of that thing. But yeah, that's like a different topic. I think if you're bored of all that shit, like find something else.
It's fine to take a break. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I think a non-media related hobby is good. Like, cause we're all just consuming.
Yeah.
You know, we're not.
That's what I'm enjoying about my propagating.
Yeah, I mean, stuff like that where it's just like you doing a thing instead of like a passive.
Well, I can do both at the same time. I can listen to Red Letter Media while
playing
propagating.
Angry Birds. Yeah.
Grammy James very passionate about this one, and I figured I'd do it just for them. Okay. List of synonyms for Winky. I associate the terms used on the cast with my childhood, Willy/Winky, almost always being used by adults who wanted to avoid being uncomfortable. I think that's fair enough, but could definitely lead to some confusion and embarrassment. I'm curious what each member's thoughts are. Would you teach your child to call genitals by their proper name? Parentheses, Todger and Foof. Would you be made so uncomfortable by that? Where did you first hear the terms Winky and Willy? And why are they inherently funny in retrospect? Could you also elaborate on when you decided to repurpose for them for humorous sake, or have always been part of your Rolodex of phrases? Winky. It's supposedly like a really bad idea to like teach you're supposed to teach them scientific ideas or names for things first.
Yeah, in case of
worst case scenario.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I guess Willy's fine. I remember having this book, Living with a Willy. Maybe that was a pretty good book. Only book I've ever read. Do you remember? Did you do that in school where it was in one of the like sex ed classes where they were like, right, everyone needs to think of a term for Willy?
No, we
or
didn't.
Vagina. Yeah.
Is that where you came up with Gina?
Gina. No, Gina came later. I think you'll find. Much later. Do you remember? Yeah, Winky. When did you first hear it?
I don't know. It's just
Probably
what
primary
it's.
school.
It's just what it is.
It's not. Yeah, it's not like they're going around in primary school.
Yeah, it's not like you know of the word penis and then they're like, no, it's a willy.
Yeah.
It's like, I think the idea is funny that we socially deemed penis to be a no-no, but willy is fine.
William Winky.
Yeah, Winky. See, I don't think I'd use Winky.
Winky's too. I wouldn't use any of these. Like if I'm teaching a child. Well, yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe I would just be like, "That's your Willy, son."
I fucking hated that eye contact just then. This is your Willy, son. It's like Gandalf talking to Frodo. Like,
that probably happened though.
Like, this is your Willy, son.
This is your Willy, Frodo.
But, like, I don't think a kid looks down and they're like, what is that?
I did.
Okay.
What is that, a willy or something?
What's this penis of mine? No, son. That is a willy.
I heard like the worst one of these types of things. A real anecdote from somebody who was telling me it was kind of the inverse of the willy thing, like a foof equivalent, right? This was somebody I was talking to, right, and that they said the terms their parents used to describe a vagina, they called it a mini.
No.
But you know what they called a willy?
What?
A Mickey.
Huh? I fucking hate that.
Isn't that the worst thing you've ever heard?
Yeah. Oh, why do I hate that so much?
It's wrong. I was like really disturbed when I heard that. That's not right.
Yeah, that's pissed me off.
Stick to Willy and Foof for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Jesus. It's not complicated. But I'm going to go on the wiki page.
I mean, I hate Foof.
What?
That was a visceral reaction. Bottom lit by the iPad as well. Huh?
Well, just like you hate.
I don't think... I think socially, like, maybe this is a patriarchy thing, but people be hating ginas.
Oh, right, yeah.
You know, in any context that isn't, you know.
Yeah, you know.
You know?
What are we talking about?
It's like... Cock. I mean, this is the whole basis of the whole pussy era.
Yeah.
Like
Trying to
depussifying pussy.
Yeah.
Depussifying people's perception of pussy.
Mm.
You know?
What?
Depussifying people's perception of pussy.
Oh, well, when you put it like that, that makes my mini tingle.
The point being, people be hating on ginas day to day.
Yeah.
You know?
You think people don't hate on willies?
No, people find them funny.
Because they are. And balls.
They are funnier.
Balls don't get the, like, myriad nicknames that Willy does, though.
No.
Not nearly as many.
No.
Not close. But, like, I've got this list here, and I was thinking letterbox style, like, we just throw out, like, a ranking, you know?
Okay.
Like 4-star, 3-star.
Okay. Are we doing out of 5 or out of 10?
Out of 5.
Okay.
Unless you want to do 10. We can debate about this, I don't mind. Same.
Well, it depends. Are we going to do, like, half stars and shit?
I was going to do half stars.
Let's do 10 then, because like, it's the same thing.
Okay, Anaconda. 5.
What,
No,
10?
4. No, I thought we were doing 10 out. I thought we were doing a 10.
I didn't know if you were sticking to yours or not.
Okay, let's do the star system.
Which star? The 10 stars.
The best is 6 stars. That's the highest.
No, not the Just Eat stars. I hate the Just Eat stars.
Let's just do
Out of 10.
stars.
Out of 10.
No, I want to do stars. Can
Which
we
star?
please do stars? Just
6 stars.
no
or 5
half stars though.
Okay.
5 stars. Right, Anaconda, 2-star.
1.
Baloney Pony, 4-star.
3.
Bald-headed Hermit, 2-star.
Offensive. 1.
Banana, 5-star.
4 star.
Birdie, 1-star.
What does birdie even refer to?
I've never heard that.
What is that? A penis? Are these all?
These
penis?
are all penis, all of them.
Birdie. Yeah, I guess.
What were you rating them on? If what were you, like? What did you think they were?
Genitalia.
All right.
You know, I didn't know if they were like gendered.
Okay.
Or not gendered, sexed. Or fucking... Birdie, I guess with the budgie smuggler thing, I'll give it a 2.
Bobby.
1.
That's a 1. Boonga.
What? 5.
Yeah, that's a 5. Boy.
Oh, 1.
1, I hate that. Cack. That's 3.
That's poo.
No, with a C.
No, that's 2. That's confusing. 1.
Some of these chode.
5.
Yeah, 5. Choda.
1. You can't just take a good thing and put an R.
1. Wait. And then there's chode again, but CHODE. The other time was CHOAD.
Oh, CHOAD 1 star, CHODE 5 star.
Correct. Chopper.
1.
Yeah, that's 1. Cigar. That's 3.
Yeah, I'll give that 3.
Cock. 5 star.
5 star. Yeah.
Just simple. Corey.
1. I hate so many of these. I
1.
really viscerally hate a lot of
Crank. 1.
1, yeah.
Custard launcher.
What? Oh.
That's
1.
3.
No,
That's 3.
That's mouthy.
No, I like the word launcher in there.
But custard, what does that refer to?
It's just gross, you know? It's just slang. It's just minging.
But is the custard piss? 'Cause custard is like yellow.
Maybe it's a combo. Combine piss and cum and you get custard. D.
Yeah, fucking 1. D.
D is 5. It's 5 star. Just D.
Yeah, 4 star.
Dick. 5 star.
5 star.
Dicklet.
What?
That's 4.
No, that's a 3. So I feel like you could be talking about a person as well.
Dicklet.
Yeah.
Diddle.
1.
Yeah, that's a 1.
But diddle is like a noun.
Diddly.
You know, like a...
There are a few of these. Diddle, diddly, and dingaling. Oh, and ding dong, and separated ding-a-ling.
Ding dong gets to be like 3-4.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, I'd agree.
Those other ones, 1.
Yeah, all the others are 1. Dinger. 1. Dingle.
Dingle?
Why is dingle on here?
1.
I guess that kind of works. No, that's a 2.
No, dingle's poo.
Yeah.
2 of these.
But that would be like a good, like, you know, someone's pants fall down, you're like, look at Dingle Dick over there. You know, he's got a little poo dick.
Go on.
Dingus.
No, fucking 1.
Dingy.
That's a boat. I'll give that one to you.
Dink.
2.
Yeah, 2. Dinkle.
1.
1. Dipstick.
1. Fucking
2.
hate that.
Dirk. Dated US slang, that one.
1.
1. Disco stick.
2. 2 for Dirk.
Yeah, 2 for Dirk. I don't know, 2 for disco stick. Dog bone.
Yeah. Oh.
1.
1.
Dong.
4.
Yeah, that's not bad. Donger. 5.
Yeah, that's Australian. That's 5.
Donkey Kong.
1. The thing is, like, if someone says, "Oh, get your Donkey Kong out," you know, it's like, what do you mean? My chest?
It rhymes with dong. Donkey Kong. Combine them.
Right? Is it
Dong.
like British slang? What's the
Cockney.
Cockney?
I don't think it is, but it kind of sounds. I get what you're getting at. Doodle.
Cock. Doo-doo.
Doodle.
Doodle.
1.
1, yeah.
Dork.
Okay, 3.
2. Down. 1. That sucks. Why are there
Yeah, 1.
Because we're not in America.
Have we found out who it is? Wait.
No, not yet.
No, it's 10 o'clock. This is when
It's when it starts, but we won't know until 4 a.m.
No, but the predictions that come out right now.
Oh, the polls?
Yeah, are like really
The
good.
exit polls.
Yeah, they're really good predictors of...
Shall I look?
Oh, there it is. Britain is doomed. Bruh. Look.
Jesus. Wow. A landslide has occurred.
Yeah. Yeah. What were you doing at 10 o'clock on July 4th? We were ranking cocks.
Anyway, fire hose.
2.
3.
I see a lot of these for me. It's like, do I immediately associate it with penis?
Yeah, that's kind of the whole thing, right? Like fuck pole. That's the next one.
That's
too much for me.
Yeah, it's nasty, but like
1.
I know what it means, so I'll give it a 3.
Gherkin. That's a 4.
That's a 4. Yeah.
Hairy canary.
2.
1.
Funny for the rhyme.
Hammer.
1.
Yeah, 1. Hog.
Hog 5.
5. That's a 4.
Hog rocks.
Hot dog.
2.
Hot rod.
3.
Hoo-hoo.
0.
Hooter.
-0.
It. 5.
Yeah, fine.
Jade stalk.
What?
Jamone. Sorry, Jamoke. What? I can't even say. I'm not even going to risk saying that one. Jimmy.
1.
Jock.
2.
John Thomas. Now that's Cockney.
What does it like rhyme with?
Cock. I'm going to just skip through some of these. I'm getting bored.
Yeah, these are dick.
Love muscle.
Ugh.
Master John Goodfellow.
What?
Membrum virile.
5.
Nature's scythe. Membrum virile.
Yeah, that one's fire. That sounds like a Star Wars hero.
Yeah, it does. One-eyed trouser snake.
I hate the one-eyed snake. That's vile.
Purple-headed yogurt slinger.
Ah. No, I've changed my mind. Penises are fucking disgusting. I hate them. They're no longer funny. They're just horrible.
They're just too horrible.
Yeah. They're nasty.
Trouser monkey, trouser snake. Virile member.
Can we end
had enough of
these
that.
now? I hate these.
Yeah. Jesus. You can clear the palate with this one from Dick the Head. Question for Jamie. Can we get an energy drink tier list?
Oh, shit. Monster Lewis Hamilton S tier.
That one is S.
That is a crazy drink.
Mm.
Lewis Hamilton, like, he's given up as far as F1 is concerned.
Because he's putting all his effort into that drink.
Yeah. And I'm glad about that. Because drive car fast, what does that do for me? Make yummers drink? Yes, please.
Does all sorts.
That's all I'm going to say on the matter. Red Bull. I'm going to put Red Bull in A. Relentless. D.
Ooh.
Rockstar? D.
Blue Bolt?
Blue Bolt fucking B. No, Blue Bolt A. The price works. And like Tesco's and Asda's and Morrison's, all of theirs, like, same slot.
Same. Okay.
They're all cheap as hell and they get you wired. What else is there, man?
Coffee? Does that count?
I'll put coffee in a B.
Oh, dude.
No, if you're looking for no coffee's S tier.
Coffee is S tier.
I love coffee. Normal Monster. S.
No, you're
not
pissing
the sugar,
me off.
Not the sugar one. The sugar-free Normal Monster. They now do green sugar-free Monster.
Okay.
Which, like, I'm not saying this is good for you.
Yeah.
But
if you got one that has full sugar, how much sugar is in one of those things?
600 grams. It's a lot of sugar in each one. You're eating like half a cake.
So not worth it. Well, speaking of not worth it, Tan Stowboy says clocks on the wall, talk the bears on the wrist. It's the bromance. I heard Randy mention that Humanz is considered the best Gorillaz album. I've been a big fan of them since Demon Days. What does Alex actually think about Humanz though? And did Randy actually mean, say, Plastic Beach, aka the actual best one? It's like a bizarre album to go back to.
It's impossible to go back to.
Yeah. It's impossible to get through without skipping. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Like, some of those songs feel like they were made to, like, try and test your endurance.
Yeah.
Like, some of them are so... What were they thinking? Well, I know what they were thinking. It was like...
Was it anti-Donald Trump, the
yeah,
album?
because the comeback album was like an anti-Trump album, like a let's celebrate the end of the world idea.
Yeah, yeah.
But it just conceptually didn't come together, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know if it was rushed or what. It just didn't work. And I was coping so hard back then. Because it had been a long time since a proper Gorillaz album.
Yeah, because remember their comeback single was that really fucking weird, like...
That's right, yeah.
I don't even hate that song, but it's just like...
that song's fine. It's like
a weird it's a weird one to pick.
Yeah, especially when like the previous one you had like Stylo and
Yeah.
Melancholy Hill, and before that like Feel Good Inc. Like they each had weirder songs on those albums. Like
Yeah.
The Mountain fucking Monkey or
Yeah.
stuff like that. They had their weird songs, but they saved them for the album. It wasn't like here's our best song. People like, huh? Yeah, and then the imagery of him being in like Trump Tower is like nice and subtle, Damon. Yeah,
There are a couple songs I'm fine with on there, but and all the best songs were like released as singles after, like that Sleeping. Is it called Sleeping Powder? Something like that. There was like a really good, awesome single that was like attached to this wave, but isn't on the album. And it had this
after
weird
Sleeping Powder, because Sleeping Powder's a banger.
Didn't that come out shortly after Humanz came out? But it's not on the album.
No, but I don't remember there being singles after that. It went quiet for a while, from my memory.
It was like the extended version.
Yeah, the extended
songs.
version had better songs. It had like a Pusha T.
Yeah, it did.
And that's the song that SpongeBob After All is on.
SpongeBob After All.
That Rag and Bone Man. Right?
Oh right, yeah, he is on it.
Yeah,
he's on The Apprentice. Yeah, another Trump illusion.
Yeah, of course. No, that's not the Pusha T one though, is it?
No.
I remember the Vince Staples song being kind of cool.
Yeah, it has that song that has like the most awkward chorus of all time. We have the power to be loving each other no matter. Yeah. But it's fine though, because then what was it called? The Song Machine.
Yeah,
Song Machine fixed everything.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about the album after that.
But Song Machine showed that it was possible.
Yeah.
I was really surprised about how good that selection of songs is.
Yeah. Yeah, it restored faith. But had I had my head more screwed on at the time of Humanz being out, like it might have been enough for me to be like, nope, Gorillaz, you're done. And like retroactively, like take their shit.
Really?
Yeah, because like looking back, like those songs are embarrassing. Like, the majority of them. It's a big ass album. It's like, how did you make so many duds?
Yeah.
You've made like 3 incredible albums.
Sex, murder, and party.
Yes. Like, Jesus Christ.
The Carnival as well.
Yeah.
That's fun. That song sucks, but it was okay live. They had to do that. Was one of the things that kind of alludes to how bad it was. Is like they had to rejig a bunch of the songs when they performed it live to make them like interesting.
Yeah.
Remember that they had like big like row of trumpets that they added and like added other choruses and
yeah, and that's what it like. Did they have ideas for these songs and
I don't
just
know.
Couldn't finish them? Was he working with too many different people? Which might be the case. Like the variation of features is ridiculous.
But I would say the same about Song Machine as well.
Yeah,
but it actually works.
That's true.
And like you could even say the same about like Plastic Beach or something. It's what like Lou Reed and then like Snoop Dogg and like these Little Dragon, these completely random. Yeah. But the answer is Demon Days.
To the best album.
That's the best one. Yeah.
You think?
Yes.
I mean, I agree. I feel like it's got the most consistent tone and like texture. I can smell that album.
Yeah, it's like a stinky album.
Yeah, it reeks.
It's like smoky.
Yeah, it's
grubby.
It makes me think of smoked mackerel.
But it really does encapsulate kind of like what the early 2000s felt like.
Yeah.
It was like a weird mix of like this fearful wartime thing, like this Afghanistan
beige
thing.
Haze over everything.
Yeah. Alongside with like the Columbine kind of stuff with kids with guns, but also this weird, I don't know, wistful kind of hopefulness that was there too, with these flying windmills and this kind of stuff. Yeah.
Awesome album. And also the beats go hard.
They do. But then like Kids with Guns isn't like a subtle illusion. But why is that such a banger? But then like, what would sex, murder, and party? No hook there.
The like bassline rocks.
Yeah.
What is like the hummable bit of Sex Murder Party? How the hell does that song even go?
It literally goes, sex, murder, and party. And that's literally the song.
But also, Kids with Guns is like... The Kids with Guns bit is obvious. But the stuff he's saying around it is more elusive. And
poetic and literary. MF Doom's on that album.
Yeah. November Has Come. Just getting dirty.
Getting grimy. Just getting down in the mud and just enjoying
it. Yeah. Like a pig stuffing his face in the dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a wild boar.
Penultimate one here from Rabbler Riles 98. Question for Jim. I know you tried to quit smoking in the past. I personally used to vape a lot, but recently switched to Zyn or Zyne. Have you heard of it? And found it to be more enjoyable and has somewhat lessened my reliance on smoking. Have you tried switching to Zyne in place of cigs? and if so, how do you like it? But if not, I'd strongly recommend it.
I'm kind of too baller for that.
For Zyne?
Yeah. No, I don't know if this is one of those, like, smokeless smokes.
Well, I should probably Google it, shouldn't I? ZYN.
I've heard of, Fume, F-U-M.
So this is Zyne. Smokeless tobacco-free way to enjoy nicotine.
Eh?
I guess it's a pouch?
No, if
under your lip. For maximum enjoyment, use for 5 to 10 minutes, up to 30 minutes. Discard the pouch in the waste compartment after use.
Yeah, the only thing with that is that I'm pretty sure it's not much good for your teeth. Not that smoking or vaping is good for your teeth. But
under your upper, what is it, like stain your tooth or something?
You put it like up there. Like.
Oh, really? That's what I'm saying. Does it like stain or something?
Well, I mean, smoking makes your gums recede. I'm pretty sure vaping does too. I think it's a nicotine thing as much as a tobacco thing.
Maybe this Zyne guy.
Maybe I'm wrong. Prove me wrong.
You clearly don't know much about Zyne. So.
I don't know much about Zyne. I'm going to be honest. I don't know much about Zyne. But if I'm going to quit, no, that's cope. I haven't given it a shot. Maybe I will. I don't know. It's just
if Zyne works as advertised, it could be a gold mine.
Yeah. I think maybe it would be nice. Maybe it would be bad.
Might be horrible.
Well, the thing is, like, when I vaped, I ended up vaping way more nicotine than I was smoking. So then when I went back to smoking, I was smoking way more than I was before I started
vaping is like, it's too good of a technology.
Yeah.
It's way too good. 'Cause like you see, I saw someone like, it was like a mother like driving her children around in her car, and she's like, because of the technology, you can just vape anywhere. So like, you just vape around driving, vaping around... Right after you bring the groceries in, vaping right after you go to the toilet, vaping.
Yeah, you never have to stop.
You never have to stop.
Yeah, because that also made my like habit worse, because I never had to get up and go outside.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
True.
Like, if my hand is free, then I am capable of doing this. So yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking about it often though.
Well, let's end on this one from Jeremy Doug, and it's not really a question, more of an anecdote. Hello, Jar. Me and my friends are from Swindon, and have been Jar Media fans for quite a while. In the next week or so, we will be going down to CALNE to try the famous Sami kebab. We will update you on our review after. If you are ever around in Swindon, I would recommend the Gert Wings truck that's always around near the abandoned Oasis building.
Oh!
Side note, I recently went to Outbreak Festival and found 2 other Jar fans who knew about Sammy's as well.
Wow.
Let's go.
Dude, we should be getting a revenue stream from Samuel.
Yeah, this should be like a referral thing. Yeah. It's like, dude, Sammy, hello.
To be fair, I was waiting to cross the road and he was driving by and he saw me and he went. And I'm like, how fucking Sammy. Such a legend.
Fine, free advertising then.
He only sees me
you.
when I'm socially anxious or like way over drunk.
Yeah.
But he's still kind enough to be like, my man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The abandoned Oasis building. What isn't an abandoned building if we're talking about Swindon? You don't need to specify that at this point.
Yeah.
It's just safe to assume.
Dude, I was walking through a part of Swindon that I've never walked through.
It's getting
before.
crazy in some parts of it.
Dude, I don't know if you've seen this part. There's like this semi-fancy bit.
Yeah.
Where like the McDonald's is.
Uh-huh.
If you get to the bank and you see like it, there's a line. It's like
yeah.
new,
No, I have been there, yeah.
You have, where it's like the
It's
new
dire.
road, and then it just changes to this old like cobble street.
It literally becomes Blighttown. There are videos of it.
Filter and everything.
No, there are multiple like TikToks of people that like go there and make like cursed TikToks of like how fucked Swindon is, because it just becomes, it's just, people get off the train and they're like, oh my god.
But like you turn one corner and it's like, oh, this is a kind of modern place. Turn one corner, oh shit,
Yeah.
Blighttown. Filters on. Like everything's a betting shop.
Yeah.
Or like a weird bar thing. And like there'll be like a motorbike with one wheel like tied to a lamppost and shit, with a policeman stood next to it.
Yeah.
Like that's what I saw last time I was there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just walking through like how have I never seen this? This is dire.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like bodies piled up on, on the side of the road.
There's going to be some crazy environmental storytelling when someone comes to explore the whatever Swindon becomes.
Dude, that feels like proof that we're in a simulation, because it's like the biome end.
yeah, it's that awkward line where the desert becomes like a snowy tundra or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, someone needs to go there and document that before it's too late.
Before it gets gentrified.
It's kind of like, it's like stumbling into like a fallout shanty town.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty hardcore. But I do love going there.
To the shit bit.
Yeah, I love going there.
Just spending time there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That feeling of like instant adrenaline. The second your
Am I going to make it out this time?
Table, yeah.
Yeah.
Will I survive?
Yeah. Well, we might survive long enough to not be scummed anymore in the Swindon back alleys.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Kia might sort it.
Blasting humans in the slums of Swindon.
Sing one other song from that album.
From Humanz.
Yeah, that we haven't sung today already.
Oh, fuck. What the other one? Today's gonna be the awesomest day I've ever heard so far.
Everything is awesome.
Yeah.
Fucking Lego movie ass music. Yeah. Well, nice one, Kia. That's what you've wrought.
A Swindon isolationist party, that's what I'm going to vote for next.
If Swindon is the one place that gets fucking reforming.
It becomes its own country. Yeah.
Welcome to the part of the hello and welcome to the moment where welcome to the moment.
Patreon, are we?
Patreon, is it?
Patreon on the dot.
Patreon's on Patreon.
Are you a Dibby? Are you a Sandy? Are you a Morty
Minger.
from Rick and Morty?
Do we have a Morty tier?
I don't know. Shall I add one?
Yeah. 900?
£900 to be a Morty
Yeah.
in the jar community.
Uh-huh. £900 a day.
We can start with a month. £900 a month.
Yeah, £900 a day can be a Rick.
Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, are you a £900 a day Rick, or are you a £900 a month Morty? That's the question.
Are you man or not?
But if you were either of those, you'd definitely get your name read out in the
Also,
name section.
If you join the Morty tier or above, then you get automatically enrolled on our online seminars where we teach you how to make £900s a month.
Yeah. And it's not through an elaborate system of you getting people to then make shows about how they...
Yes, it's not about you as a Morty attempting to gather other Mortys amongst you to...
And if you were smart, get the portal gun, get another dimensional Morty, get them to do the, get them content farming.
Yes,
sharing
trickle
clips.
Trickle down...
Mortynomics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trickle down Rickonomics.
That's probably an episode.
It probably is at this point. Yeah. Kendrick Lamar fell off like The Simpsons.
What? He fell up like Family Guy.
That was actually... You know J. Cole made a diss track against Kendrick?
What, after all this?
No, like before all the Drake stuff. Before Drake released his first one and then apologized for it.
Oh, I know about the apology, but I wasn't sure what he was
because
apologizing for.
He was apologizing for a diss track, and one of his disses was, "You fell off like The Simpsons." Like, that's an actual line from it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you know who didn't fall off like The Simpsons? The patrons.
true.
Who Dibby tiers and above. We speak their name.
We speak their name. We incantate their name. Right, I'm going to stop dilly-dallying and just read the names now. Huge thank you to Lank Longus, Kneebone Jarman 420, Gremmy Jame. Please follow him on IG, guys. He's funny. Yusa Wanna Goon Goon, The Only Manx Jarling, Charlie aka Randy Painter, Big Boreb, TLE_George, Gareth Wynn, aka Who Killed Captain Swaglix, aka Zaza, Nohaj, It's More Than a James House, It's a James Home, Chimera, I Am in No Say Weighing, a soggy ticket aboard the last train to Math's Mansion, Magic Conchshell, you mean like this, or lololo? That was me trying not to sneeze, it wasn't a name.
Oh, okay.
Kaya, Unfunny Jar Artist Person, Effie Loves Autumn, I'm such a lesbian for autumn, James Rosal, Autumn Loves Effie, beep that, Mome from Home, At Globonaut, Dobby's Slider, Fallout 4 is a better game than New Vegas, Driving in the same era that they killed Brian in, Nardborough the Human Cigarette, Kid Cannabis, Thea Thorogood, Madagascar Max, Marty Road, Pits View, Timothy Mark, aka Bidiot Bales, Dom, Frisco, Foul Git, Sam Barlow, How to Cancel Patreon Subscription, Erecting Aria Spencer here, Murdo Wallace, Pocket Full of Dibby's Got My Trousers Falling Down, Pear Bond Baby, Yoda Baby Group Baby James's Dad, Ignis Garamus, Do you think love can bloom even on the James's daddle field? Quetzalcoatlus Northropy, Thank the Lizard Lords, Only Singaporean Jarling, Car Seat Headrest Jarling, King Charles Big Hairy Finger Up the Butt Show, Goon Man Goons in a Bin, My Name Jeff, I've never spoken to Gru but I know he hates you, Big Wumbo, James's crippling 2B gooning addiction, Has anyone seen my dogs Smackhead and Nasty Ninch? They were last seen at the Magic Roundabout. Saishin, Finn Arthurs, Vivian Reed, Foire James. This means James's dad in the nonsense language of my people. Chocolate Fart, Scribble, Bonky, Splink, Levy, Pearl Slug, Dr. Deluxo Shabangu, Oliver H. Jarnby, JC Jingles his Jarson Bells, Gu Chiguna, LeBron James excited for White Boy Wednesday, Henlo Friends, Sucky Sucky Dum Dum, Neo Theo, and Dobby the House MILF.
Nice.
Thank you.
Mighty thank y'alls to Zell. Simon Steele. When you first saw Dobby's Gina, were you blinded by its majesty? Smoking on that pooey fart pee pee poo poo pack. Venomized Rico Dave Bryan. Krill Muncher. Unwashed Reptile. Manny Sanchez. Lagoon 22. Simsy. 0.6% Japanese Jarling. Lawmaster of Fanboy and Chum Chung. Fapping and clapping, it's happening. Lapping up sap, that was splat on the mat. And the substance is masculine. Travis King. Shark Exorcist. May loves bad bees. Bracket, James's dad. The Trail Wee Banana. Grant Connor. Jack Price. Slimy Bill. Humans Born Dookie Fresh. Mustard on the Beat Ho. Darling. Avi Munt. State of Velasca. Callum J. Quick. Gebby. Ganja Satellite. Ganja Satellite's cooler older brother. Tonio Swelt. James's mum here. Can you silly boys stop talking about my husband? James's dad. Daniel Champion. Slurms Mackenzie, the original party worm. Wimmy Wham Wham Wazzle. Salad 510. Which animal can you beat in a fight? Interlinked. What's it like to do a gooning? Interlinked. Is New Vegas good? Interlinked. Harriet Broadley. Miniature Rani. Tom Baranek. Gilbert the Awesome One. James is dad. Input Brick's public service announcement has ended. Just read the name Input Brick instead of reading all of the words. Wait, the Swindish embassy called. They're looking for the throat goat, so I sent them after James's dad. Recorder enthusiast. Cobalt Rad. Walter C. Juicy Delicious. Thomas Martin. I was teaching grumpy 12-year-olds in summer school, and I ripped a big fart in a silent room while solving for X. Biscuit. Dreamwaffle 2142. Can we pause the Patron segment for a moment?
Sure.
So we can acknowledge my absolutely gargantuan erection. Acolyte. Irish Wristwatch. Penn Island XDD. Danny G Suck My Gourd. Edgy Airwrecker. Milky Piggy Silky Creamy Donkey Steam. Don't expect to see the recipe until we receive the check, as well as the collection fee. More wreck than Section C. What you E. The fuck does that mean?
It must be a reference.
The only goth girl jarling looking for a boyfriend-free girl. Creamer. That also had the monkey like peeking through it, or monkey hiding or whatever. Creamer. Adam Johnston. Please give me some milk. Fuck you. Toy Story. The Monster Zinc. Super Crunchers. Joel Stewart. Big Whoops. Gremblo. JBG. Kuta Panda. Lucy Ties. And Asian Anal Queen. The Pooh Man. Red Bars Watching. Jar is on Fool's Notice. Cassia fucking Manigan. And last but not least, David Wallace.
Legends, thank you. Hype!
Yeah.